And we are back. Two big smiles to start the new regular season. We're both ready to go. Welcome back, everyone. The punt is underway. We had our first live show of the season last week doing the live fantasy draft. So if you want to follow us along with our fantasy year or anything to do with fantasy, watch that show. It's a live draft. We have plenty of laughs. It's me, Bish and Tag at it, slaughtering each other, giving thoughts on all the players, all the action, and it'll just give you a nice little brief to enter the new season with. But Bish, now we've covered that, how are you doing? Give us your thoughts and excitement for the new season.
Yeah, looking forward to it. As we said, it's off camera. It's been a 7-month build up, and now the anticipation's there. We're very close to that week one start, the Chiefs and the Ravens, and like you said, fantasy draft done. My team, I think I've got some work to do, I must admit, but I'm looking forward to this matchup this weekend and see how we get on.
Yeah, I'm excited. I guess we'll start off, Bish. We've got a couple of new layouts and new different forms of betting. Do you want to take us through take the viewers through what we're doing and what's new for this year, betting wise?
Yeah. So we've got Tag on. Unfortunately, he's on holiday at the minute, so he's not with us. But so we've sort of done it a little bit different. I'm still the player props. I think, Joe, you're still smashing the Bet365 Bet Builder sponsorship. We're trying to get that nailed down. And then Tag's jumped on board and sort of different from last year. He's gone with, it's going to be a treble, but it could be, he's looking at handicaps, he's looking at the points. So it could be a variety of things. And then, to keep on the tradition of the touchdown treble, we'll each select a touchdown scorer from the week. We'll put it in a treble and we'll track that all year and see which one of us is letting the team down. So looking forward to that one.
I'm looking forward to that one as well. Yeah, there'll be plenty of banter throughout the year on that one, and who's letting us down. Hopefully, we earn you a lot of money. Obviously, all the pressure's not on Tag after his big winning season 2 years ago, now where he won everyone a lot of money. He had a bit of a down year, but a lot of pressure, and I think he's ready to join in. He will be on this show every week from now on. So yeah, it's an exciting new year. Really exciting. Hopefully we get the touchdown treble most weeks for the fans. We've got a big one for this week to get us going. Tag won't be happy, but that's a bit of a spoiler for later. So we'll get into it, Bish. Why don't we? We've got, like I said, you're doing your player props. First bet of the week. Let's start the season strong. Bish, give us your first bet.
My first bet, number one, is Gus Edwards over 45.5 rushing yards. And, I'm backing my rankings here. I've stuck him in at number 12 running back. I think he could have a good year. Jim Harbaugh, the new coach there at the Chargers. And he sort of built his teams previously on the running game and playing defense. And I think Gus Edwards fits into this perfectly. First game coming up against the Raiders, which will be a tough game. A very good defense. But, first signing in the draft was offensive lineman Joe Alt. It just sets the script up. They're going to run the ball and look to play with the play action with Justin Herbert. So, yeah, Gus Edwards, I think, if he stays fit, I think he's in for a big workload. And that starts week one.
With you, Bish, I think this is... I said this a lot last year, so I need to be money this one, Bish. I think it's a low number, and I think, in my view, it's low because of obviously the role. They don't know what the role will be with J.K. Dobbins. Obviously, both of them were at Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins was the number one running back there. They kind of swap roles in this Chargers team. But Gus Edwards had a couple of good years. Obviously, he's been a bit less injured than Dobbins. They've both had their injury woes, haven't they? But I think they're obviously nervous about who's going to be that lead back. All reports are that it's Edwards. And if it is Edwards, like all reports are, it will be much over the 45.5 rushing yards, like you said, with a Harbaugh offense, which, if you follow college football, it's run, and run again. So, yeah, I'm with you, Bish. I think great start to the fantasy, great start to the betting season.
Fingers crossed.
I'll take you through my first bet. I've got 2 doubles before the Bet365 boost builder. I'm going Pittsburgh v Atlanta on this one, and I'm going over 42 points in the game and the Atlanta Hawks to win. And this is against the Pittsburgh Steelers, obviously Pittsburgh v Atlanta. I'm not convinced by the Pittsburgh defense. They've obviously got TJ Watt. I think they've lost a couple of key men. It's again, can they keep that winning season? I'm not sure. This Atlanta Falcons offense is all systems go at the moment. Obviously, Kirk Cousins come in. They've got these weapons in Bijan, Kyle Pitts, Drake London that everyone has been screaming for the last 2.5 years now. Unleash them. Let's see what it can be capable of. And I'm going to back them. I'm going to back them to get a big win here against the Steelers, who will chip away throughout a year. Obviously, they've got a system where they just get wins and they scrape wins off. But I think there'll be a few points here. I think Atlanta will be looking to make a statement. Kirk Cousins will be looking to make a statement. And I think I'm just all in Atlanta scoring at least 28, 30 points and probably hoping Pittsburgh get over 10 here to get the overs.
Yeah, it's a big play, that one. It could be a cagey one, or like you said, it could be all bets off. A lot of going into it on both sides. Obviously, you've got Kirk Cousins. We've not actually seen him in pre-season. Is he right? We're not sure. Will he take some warming up? But as you said, Bijan, I expect him to be used a bit like Christian McCaffrey. He'll be everywhere. Pittsburgh, it's funny as well. Pittsburgh's offensive coordinator is Arthur Smith. They'll be running the ball. You'll see plenty of Najee and Jalen Warren. And obviously Russell Wilson there as well. So interesting first opener, but we like points. So hopefully, like you said, that Falcons offense can light it up.
Let's hope so, Vish. You're not convinced me of that one to start the season. I don't think you're fully with me there, but you know what? I'll learn it in the.
Caught me by surprise there. He caught me by surprise with that one.
Vish, take us through your next bet.
Bet number 2, it's Deontay Johnson over 4.5 receptions. And again, obviously week 1, this is a bit of a stab and sort of what I think will happen. But that Carolina Panthers we saw last year, they actually traded away their number 1 wide receiver and a first round pick to pick up Bryce Young. And then he didn't have really any weapons. He had Adam Thielen was his main target, and Adam Thielen covered this over 4.5 receptions line in over 70% of the games last year. So Deontay Johnson's been brought in. He will be the wide receiver 1. New coach, David Canales, who was the offensive coordinator at Tampa Bay. And look at the year Baker Mayfield had. I think 28 touchdowns, threw the ball a hell of a lot. So I'm predicting we see a bounce back from Bryce Young this year. He's got Deontay Johnson, who I think is an underrated receiver. He gets open an awful lot. And I think 4.5, I think it's doable. As I said last year there with Thielen, the number 1 guy will get a lot of targets, and Deontay Johnson, has a knack of getting open. So yeah, over 4.5 receptions here.
I like it, Bish. Yeah, big fan of Deontay. Like you said, Thielen looked old at the end of the season. They've got another rookie as the other wide receiver. I think he's going to be the go-to man for Bryce Young. Yeah, easy one, Bish. Starting off 2 out of 3, I think. Let's get the season going. I'll take you through my second one. Like I said, another double. I've actually got the Cincinnati Bengals against the New England Patriots on handicap, and the Arizona Cardinals versus the Buffalo Bills on handicap. Bengals is -8, Cards are +6.5. -8 for the Bengals versus the Patriots. I think now I think Bengals win this one pretty comfortably. Patriots have just got a big rebuild. Obviously, they've not got the big 2 in it. Obviously, Tom Brady's not been there a while. Bill Belichick's now not there. I don't know what they offer other than an above average defense and an below a much below average offense. Got a few rookies, young players mixed in the offensive room as well. So I'm just not, other than Ramondre, no one screams out to me yet. Bengals obviously got Joe Shiesty, Joe Burrow on top form with his new hairdo, looking good. Jamar Chase was the worry, but I believe he's trained today, Bish, if I'm not mistaken. So that one, when I put it on originally, I thought, well, he'll come back, and then it's made my bet worried, and then boom, he's trained today. He'll be playing at the weekend. Them two alone, I think, win this game, and then they've got Zach Moss in the running back room, new running back after a decent season. I think they just have the edge here convincingly. They built the offensive line even stronger. I think they score points, and Patriots won't be able to keep up with them. It's a bad matchup for the Patriots. And Bengals, I think Bengals run away with this one. Quickly on the Arizona Cardinals against the Buffalo Bills. Not convinced. Everyone's still fairly high on the Bills because of how good Josh Allen is. I'm yet to be not convinced about Josh Allen. I'll reword that. About the coaching, about the wide receiver room, the running back, everything other than Josh Allen, I'm not fully convinced by, Bish. So maybe you have a different take, but I think the Cardinals can scrape 6.5. I think that's a big line. I believe it's 5.5 on other lines. So I thought I'm taking that 6.5 all day long. It's a 3 point compared to US based betting sites. So I'm happy with that one, and I think that gives me. I think I'll trust the US betting sites over the UK based one. And Cardinals are coming to play this year, and I think they're not going to go down without a fight.
Yeah, I like this one, Joe. I'm confident in this one. I think, like you said, as I've said in previous shows, I'm a little bit skeptical, well, not skeptical, a little bit wary of backing teams with more than one touchdown, more than 7 points. But if you're going to do it, I think the Bengals, you've touched it, I think they're ready to go this year. Patriots still in a massive rebuild. They drafted the quarterback, but I think Jacoby Brissett's going to start. It's going to take them some time still. And the Bengals, they're ready to go. They actually played most of the starters in week 1 and week 2 of the preseason as well. So, next week they've got the Chiefs. So I think they're looking at that. This is a big game for them. I think they cover that. And yeah, again, I'm with you. There's a lot of optimism with the Cardinals, and again, the other side with the Bills. And what worries me with the Bills is the defense. That they had an aging secondary. They got rid of quite a lot of that. And then Matt Milano, his name I just lost his name. Then he's out with a bicep injury as well in the heart of their defense. So that's what worries me about the Bills is their defense. I think Josh Allen will carry the offense, but he'll have to, because like you said, his options, his wide receiver room options are a bit limited at the minute. But the Cardinals fit Kyler Murray. Marvin Harrison Jr. drafted, and James Conner does damage in the backfield as well. So yeah, I think they'll be optimistic, and it's a great time to, if you're going to get a big win like this on the road, it's a great time to do it. First week of the season, catch Buffalo cold. So yeah, I'm liking this one.
Boom! That's what I wanted with the into it. Probably confidence levels 1 out of 2 for me. So take us into your third bet, Bish.
And my third one, it is Austin Eckler over 20.5 receiving yards. New recruit for the Washington Commanders, and a new rookie quarterback for the Commanders as well. And usually what we see is a rookie quarterback, a tight end, and a pass catching running back are the best friends to start the year. They're going to see lots of different formation changes, lots of blitzes from the defense, and it's just an easy option to hand off. And Eckler has done this, previously. Last year, he covered this line in 75% of his games, albeit that was with Justin Herbert. But he is like a mini wide receiver, really. He's a running back and a wide receiver. He's great with his hands catching the ball. And my only worry is Jaden Daniels. He is a running quarterback. Sometimes when quarterbacks get spooked, they run rather than dink it off. So I'm actually liking the Jaden Daniels rushing yards as well. But I think Eckler will see enough receptions to get this over 20.5 receiving yards.
Yeah, it's his game. Like you said, they've got his name, Brian Robinson, I want to say. I should know it.
Yeah, running back, yeah.
Brian Robertson Jr. is the main bully down running back. They bought Eckler in, as you said, Bish, for this reason. In previous years, they've had
Antonio Gibson for a while.
Gibson, J.D. McKissick. J.D. McKissick were famously the running back, pass catching running back. So the Washington Commanders do like this 2 running back role. One of them distinct, where pass catcher, the other one a bully beat down. Eckler's there to be the pass catcher at what he does. I think hopefully, like you said, unless Daniels is really, really bad, this should be an easy cover, and he should be going to Eckler often.
Hopefully, and like you said, it just needs one dump off. Eckler's got the gas and the footwork to maybe break a tackle, and so it might be a short day.
Hopefully, yeah, that would be dream, wouldn't it? In the first few plays, get it off, and we're at it. I'm sure this is what we've all been waiting for. The sponsorship still yet to come. The Bet365 Bet Builder Boost. So obviously, when you load the games up, it should be a boost, and this is 4-1. And it should be the easiest 4-1 of the year, to be honest. In my view, it's Dolphins versus the Jaguars. It's Mostert touchdown, Tyreek Hill touchdown, Miami Dolphins to win. I've done a bit of research on this one. Obviously, Mostert was top in the touchdowns last year with 17 touchdowns. He is everyone loves Devon Achane. He is an unbelievable running back, but Mostert's still there, as he said in interviews all off season, I think he's been parading his name about saying, "Don't forget about me." He is the red zone running back. He's the one who's they're going to use to beat down and get in the red zone and score the touchdowns. The Jaguars' defense isn't that strong. It isn't that dependable in my view, and I think Dolphins' offense is just too explosive for the Jaguars to handle. Raheem Mostert touchdown should be a banker. Then you've got Tyreek Hill. I don't think unless they find a cornerback that we don't know about with unlimited speed, he's just not going to get a stop. There's no one on this team that can stop Tyreek Hill. Again, should be a simple touchdown if the offense is flowing early on. Obviously, you've always got to worry in week 1 or 2. Week 3 it starts to make sense, but some teams don't play their players in pre-season, so it takes them a bit of time. But if this come the middle of the season, Bish is a banker. Dolphins are winning this all day. Jaguars are in a really funny position, in my view. They've got like Lawrence there, who's ready to go. Wide receiver room that's not that convincing anymore. Christian Kirk still there with a rookie and a few others. I'm unconvinced about the Jaguars, and the defense is definitely not the strong suit. The rush defense definitely not, and the cornerbacks are just. There's no one that can stop Hill. He's number 1 ranked from his peers. I can't tell it anymore, Bish. I think this is a bet boost of your dream. It's 4-1. Get your cash on it and have a bit of fun watching this one come in. Yeah,
it's a great one for week 1, and I think once I get that bankroll boosted. And I think it's going to be a good matchup. If I'm honest, I'm a little bit more upbeat on the Jaguars offense than you are. Just their offense, not the defense. Brian Thomas, I think, really good wide receiver drafted. I think T-Law was a bit injured last year, so I think we could see some points in this. But as we know, Miami at home, they really do hit the ground running. As you said, Mostert and Achane, they'll get plenty of work. I'm confident Mostert will manage to get his nose in the end zone there. And Tyreek, it's Tyreek, and like you said, the secondary for the Jags got diced up last year. Unless they've massively improved, I think Tyreek could have a big day. He is. I think he was a bit limited in training camp with a hand injury, but his legs are still working. So he's more than capable of taking a long one. I'm liking this one again. I think it's a really good one to start the year.
I like it. Yeah, let's get into it. Let's earn some money. Bish, I'll let you take us through Tags Treble. Obviously, we wish you were here, but take us through Tags Treble, first Tags Treble of the season.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get it up. I'm slightly I thought I had it on screen, but I didn't. But, oh, it is on the screen. There you go. You've saved me. Good. Yeah, as I said, Tag's got a mixture of handicaps and the points over unders here. So he's coming in with New Orleans Saints -4. They're taking on the Carolina Panthers, and the Texans -3, which is a massive game, a divisional game against the Colts. And then to throw along with that, the Titans and the Bears. He's got over 45 points. And that treble there is at the best comparison site. The top bookie is paying out just over 6.5 to 1 there. So yeah, really nice one from Tag early doors, and hopefully, like you said, we can start Tag's treble week 1 with a win.
Yeah, hopefully we can. Like you said, it's a few interesting games. He's the Saints one would be my one worry, Bish. Obviously, I never know. Not fully convinced they've got an explosive, that -4. I'd love to see around -2.5, 3, just to cover the field goal. Texans -3 against the Colts, like you said. I'm think that should be a banker. Titans, Bears over 45. Bears, he's obviously banking on a very big explosive Bears offense and a Titans probably defense that's very sketchy, and the Titans having to try keep up with them. So yeah, happy. Yeah, I think it should be a goer.
I'm liking it. And then the big one, the special, the touchdown treble.
New to this season, obviously. The fans of Tag who supported him for all of last year, we're not letting you down this year. Sorry, Tag, we're not letting you down this year. We've all chucked one in. We're gonna keep the score. I think I should be an easy banker every week. So trust me. See what everyone else does. I'll load it up on the screen now. Bish, take us through it.
Yeah, so there it is. My selection is Kenneth Walker for the Seahawks, and interesting Joe as well. We've got 2 from the same team there. So Joe's got Jackson Smith and Jigba, the Seahawks, and Tag coming in with Chris Olave of the Saints. So yeah, I think clearly both of us like the Seahawks to score some points against Denver. Kenneth Walker, he did well on the ground last year, got some touchdowns. He's a big back, so yeah, I'm happy with him getting over there. Oh, sorry, coming in at 16 to 1 as well, which is a nice chunky price.
Yeah, I'm surprised because if you look at the Seahawks base here, you've got Kenneth Walker, the lead down back. It's against Denver, who have a bit of a change up at in their defensive team. Obviously, they've still got PS2, but the rest of them, there's been a bit of chopping and changing, and it wasn't too convincing come the end of the season last year. They had a good run just before the end, didn't they? Where they were like, oh, they might make the playoffs, and then it happened again. The reason I picked Jackson Smith and Jigba is simple. Like I said, PS2 is going to probably on Metcalf. I think Jackson's in for a big year. He's in the slot. Denver's cornerbacks after PS2 fall off a cliff. Tag might disagree with me, but in my opinion, it really doesn't get special in that slot position. I think he's going to have a good day, and like you said, they might be needed for the touchdown, as there's a couple of big bodies in Denver's defense that might block DK, that might block others, and yeah, I think Kenneth Walker should be a certain as well. Chris Olave probably backs his bet that he thinks obviously Saints Bears is going to be a big scoring game. So
yeah, and Tag was high on Olave, wasn't he, on his rankings? So I think he's expecting a big year from Olave.
Yeah, Bish. Should we run through the bets again quickly, or are we? Have we got?
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. So I've got bet 1. I've got Gus Edwards over 45.5 rushing yards. Bet 2, Deontay Johnson over 4.5 receptions, and bet 3, Austin Eckler over 20.5 receiving yards.
I've got bet 1, Pittsburgh v Atlanta over 42 points in Atlanta to win the game. Bet 2, Cincinnati Bengals and the Cardinals both hitting their handicap mark. And the third bet, the bet boost, Mostert touchdown, Tyreek Hill touchdown, Dolphins win. That should be on one of the. If you click on the game, that should be. I think it was the first option, first 3 or 4 options out of all the boosts that you can pick. So go find it and go put a few quid on it. And then tags quickly, I will take us through. It's a treble. We've got New Orleans Saints -4, Texans -3, Titans v Bears over 45, paying 6.66 to 1. Bish, that's it for the first show. What's your thoughts? And finish it off for us, pal.
I'm excited. You know, like you said, we've been waiting and waiting, and now it's here. So yeah, enjoy. Get these 2 early games. You know, we've got the Thursday night game, and we've got a game in Brazil, the Packers and the Eagles, which will be fun. And then it's you know, your Sundays now till February. You've got Redzone. You know, sit down with Scott Hansen, 6 hours of commercial-free football, and enjoy yourself. So yeah, please like and subscribe. You know, and throw your bets out there as well. Let's see what you've got on, and let's cheer them on watching Redzone.
Yeah, excited for Scott Hansen, Red Zone, that first one, it's beautiful. Please, as I mentioned at the start, please check out our fantasy show, because that will be starting obviously from next week once we have the scores in. Check out, the draft I meant, so you get a feel of where the fantasy season's going. Like, subscribe as always. Like I said, I don't think many of the people who watched subscribed, so please subscribe, give us a like, give us a comment on your bets, and let's have a fantastic NFL season. Bish, good luck.
Start well. It's all about the start. Let's go.
See you soon, pal.
Yeah.